Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So we're finishing off the 20th anniversary tour with the Spirit of Forza Motorsport 7 Championship. So yeah, we're doing reasonably well in this championship so far. We're in third place. There's not a great deal of points in it between us and those in second and first. And yeah, we're at Mugello Circuit for the full one, for 4 laps. So yeah, should hopefully do well here, because at the end of the day our car has a great deal of power, acceleration and speed on the go. Handling is certainly better than what it was originally, but it's not the strongest part of this car. So yeah, and obviously this has a great deal of corners to it, so yeah, hopefully we can just make up any time that we do lose on the corners on the straights. But yeah, as you can see, there's only 4 points in it between me and second and 6 points in it between me and first, so still everything to play for in this third race and then the subsequent fourth and final one. But let's see what we can do for this one first. Let's knock out some fuel. Is that really 50%? This is a very thirsty car. But yeah, hopefully we can hold our own. If we can get another podium position, we'll be in a good position for the next race. Good launch, because it's got all that weight over the rear wheels. Power past as many as possible before the first corner. Number of places already. Mercedes and the Ferrari coming together there. Mercedes is getting in our rear wing. And we got a penalty for that one. It has lost us a great deal of time there. Hopefully we'll make it up though. This is where we will gain time. A heap of power, plenty of speed. And getting into the draft of the Mercedes certainly helps us crack 207 miles an hour, which is monstrously fast. This isn't the most powerful you can make this car, because obviously there were camshafts that we could swap into the vehicle and make them race orientated, but unfortunately we take our PI over the 900 limit, and I really didn't want to be sacrificing handling with this car already. And at the end of the day, I think it's what, 950 horsepower, still more than enough for a car of this type. Just really didn't want to be sacrificing any more handling just for even more ridiculous levels of power. And to be honest, really wouldn't be able to get to use that extra power all that much either, to be honest. circuit like this, maybe, but there's far more on the circuit that relies on the handling and the braking than the straight line performance. Right, let's see if we can get another place here. But we've gained a heap of time. I'll break myself there.
Time penalty is 0.5
I agree
seconds.
with that. Yeah. Just outbrake myself really and try to stay on the inside of the Ferrari, and it just really did not work. We've gained time on the Ferrari anyway. To get the sound back, I feel. Not as good in terms of handling as that Ferrari, quite frankly. Like I said, this, as you know, as there are a great deal of speed-orientated parts of the circuit, the fact is that it is far more handling than anything. It needs to have really good handling to make the most of these fast corners. Frankly, have a little bit too much in the way of understeer to make the most of it. That Ferrari did understeer a fair bit there.
Lap, let's go.
This car just eats the straights. We're at Le Mans for the next race, and we really pull it out of the park, but we really are struggling in this race. Oh dear. Kind of snapped oversteer there. Not helpful whatsoever on the final corner of the final lap. Not that we're going to gain 5th place, but you know, we could have very well easily lost 6th. So yeah, not a particularly great race there. Yeah, just didn't really recover from that initial crash that we had on the first lap. Really, it really did scupper us. But the cars in front are nonetheless really rather quite quick. Those Ferraris are brilliant in handling terms, and so the MGs, Mercedes AMGs. So yeah, that's really harmed us, to be honest. Although, despite that, despite only coming in 6th place and only gaining 19 points, the person in second only came in whatever 13 points worth of place is. So yeah, we actually are level pegging with them now, but we are a gigantic 10 points behind first, who also went from second to first. So yeah, we've moved up with first place, but yeah, first place has moved down too. But yeah, we're only 1 point ahead of fourth as well, while level pegging with 61 points even. So yeah, it's I'd like to say everything to play for in the next race, but it really does depend on where first place becomes in terms of their position. If they come, last or bottom 10 or something like that, then we are within a shot. But if they're going to be as great as they were in that race, then yeah, we are going to struggle to really gain any more places than where we already are. But still, second will be good. But nonetheless, let's get on to the fourth race and see what we can do. Right, so we're at Nürburgring Nordschleife. So yeah, this is a very tricky circuit to race on, to be honest. I do find a large portions of it are far too narrow for any kind of real racing on it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we can do here, especially since it looks like there's going to be thunderstorms here. So as well, that could very well play into the overall quality of the track. But yeah, if it doesn't rain and we are able to make it through the traffic, then we should do okay. We obviously do have a great deal of speed, and there are plenty of sections of this track that have or are favourable to speed. So yeah, that's what we'll have to see really. See, a very narrow track. Doesn't look it when you're racing on your own, which obviously I've done a lot of, but when you've got cars that are this wide and side by side and such, it feels a lot more narrow than it usually is. Come on, let's break through. Tank slapper. It's one bad thing about this car is obviously you do have all that weight at the rear end, which is good for launching and such and general grip, but if it gets out of control and own it, then you are very much likely to spin out. They came across each other, so that's why we were able to get past. Lightning speed coming. Own it. This isn't going to be a particularly long race, given that this car is hardly slow around here, even in stock form. Obviously, we have a lot more in the way of speed and acceleration now. It's about whether or not we can stick the overtakes, which is better, easier said than done when this track has so many narrow bits. It does help when Ferraris end up understeering wildly off into the grass. Easy overtake. Mercedes are also understeering, not quite into the grass this time. First place has a massive penalty though of 2.5 seconds, so even if we can't get past them, as long as we're less than 2.5 seconds behind, we will gain that place. So that might well be the way we get a win in. Could very well be also their undoing in terms of dropping them down the grid, depending on how close everyone else is to them as well. So not all is lost yet, even though we are basically drifting this car right now. Need the smallest amount of straight and then we're zooming off, which gives me hope for the final part of this track, where obviously it does have quite a long straight. And even on on these shorter ones like this, we're already comfortably getting up to 150 already. And as good as those Mercedes vehicles are, they don't quite have the straight line performance of this. Past his own thing entirely. It's a trio Mercedes up front. Trio Mercedes that won in the last race, so yeah, they do seem to have been the dominant force in this championship. So few opportunities to overtake. Oh dear. It's very narrow, very swapping paint. Oh, I don't know how I managed that. Skin of my teeth and the grip of the rim there. This car's very sketchy at times. Yes. Just can't be 100% confident with it, just because, yeah, it just feels like any moment this is going to let go. But it's also very easy to lose a sense of speed. It's not the loudest of cars in the world, and yeah. On this final straight to reel in at least second place, which we're gonna do. No doubt about that. If we're able to get up to 207 mile an hour Mugello, then we're definitely gonna do that more right here. It's 220. Walk over. Oh, yeah, overhead got put in a little bit there. We don't really need to be that quick. It's just fun to do this kind of speeds that this car can do, though, really. Watch yourself. You can have it if you want, because you're not more than 2.5 seconds ahead of us. I don't even know if we actually got that there. Oh yeah, we did. Hopefully I got no penalty though. No. And yeah, there we go. Their 2.5 second penalty dropped them all the way from 2nd to 5th, which is obviously a massive loss on their part. Is that going to make enough difference for us on the points? Let's take a look. Nope. We're 2 points in it. Oh, so close. If we'd have gotten 5th or 4th in the previous race, then we would have nabbed that. But that's just the way racing goes sometimes. You have your highs, you have your lows. And yeah, this was a high, previous race was a low. So yeah, but that's just the way it goes. Still pleased that we got 2nd, and yeah, really am pleased with the Porsche, because even though it does have its wild side where it just gets away from you at times, there's no doubt that you can upgrade it to be a monstrously fast car in a straight line. And yeah, that's certainly what helped us out, at least in this race, and partially in Mugello as well. So yeah, overall a fairly solid car, even if it's not my favourite of the cover cars that we've raced on this Spirit of Forza Motorsport 7 Championship, and obviously overall in the 20th anniversary tour. So yeah, but still, Forza Motorsport 7 was a great game. I feel like this going through this 20th anniversary tour has kind of shown this game up, to be honest, because the previous game at the very least had a better car list. So, but still, overall a fun tour and some fun races, and yeah, at the end of the day it unlocks another vehicle as well, in the form of the Acura NSX Type S, which there will be a review of at some point. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.